It's a truly honor to be here today on traditional Treaty 2 and 4 territory, as well as the traditional homeland of the Dakota Nation, and here in Brandon, the home of the Wheat Kings, a proud university with the Bobcats, and a community with a deep-rooted military history with the training area at CFB Shiloh. I know we have many members here today. I must mention that CFB Shiloh has been the site for military training since before World War I. Over 100,000 men were trained to serve in the First World War right here in this wonderful province. I spent the last 2 days in Winnipeg, the home of the RCAF, which, as we well know, has a long, proud history in this country. And I can tell you, it was an absolute thrill to be there as well as here today. Did you know that that's why, you guys probably know this, that's why they're called the Winnipeg Jets, the RCAF, and I never made that connection until yesterday. Who knew? I would also like to recognize Deputy Mayor John Loreggio and Chief Vincent Tecan from Sioux Valley, Dakota First Nation. Thank you very much for being here, gentlemen. Most importantly, I would like to thank our veterans and our Canadian Armed Forces. Thank you for being here today to share in this great news. I was remiss to mention, I also had a briefing last night with your local MP here in Brandon, Larry McGuire. And I do want to commend his staff for being here today, because I know of the hard work you do in your office each and every day, supporting people in this community, as well as directing veterans issues. Thank you very much for your service. I can say that I've been Minister of Veterans Affairs for 9 months. I've had the privilege of traveling from coast to coast to coast to meet and share my life with the veterans of this great nation. It has been a true joy. Receiving my mandate letter from the Prime Minister Trudeau on November 4th was an experience I will never forget, as well as a constant reminder of the challenges that lie ahead. But in that mandate letter was a specific line item that we are here to address today. It said, and I quote, "Reopen the 9 Veterans Affairs offices closed by the previous government." And I am pleased to announce here today that we are doing just that. In October of this year, an office will permanently open on the first floor of 1039 Princess Avenue to give veterans the in-person care and services that they need. When this office is running in October, around 2,400 veterans and other clients in Brandon will be served by roughly 9 employees who will respond to questions about our services and benefits, help complete applications, and conduct pension and medical examinations. It's also a place where approximately 123 veterans with complex needs who are currently case managed will be able to meet with their case manager face to face. Because let's face it, dealing over the phone or the internet is nowhere near as effective as being able to have a person in front of you deal with your issue in a real and profound manner. This office's opening is significant and important as we work on improving the transition experience of those who release from the military. My department is working closely with Public Services and Procurement Canada to secure office spaces across the country so we can open up all of the remaining office locations as quickly and efficiently as possible. These other offices will be open between now and next May. Isn't that right, Michelle?
Absolutely, sir.
There we go. There we go. You heard it from us. Veterans told us that these offices were important to them and important to their families and important to their communities as well. And we responded. Part of our pledge in the last election was to rebuild Veterans Affairs and to hire more case managers to better support and serve veterans and their families. I am pleased to report that as of May 2016, more than 250 new frontline employees have been hired, and that number will grow to 400 in total. We are also going to see case managers serving at a 25-to-1 ratio at any given time. And this is a number we just didn't arrive at out of a hat. We looked at Veterans Affairs offices that were working effectively and efficiently with our partners around the world. We looked at best practices coming out of the social work field, and that is a number they recommended, and that is a number we will get to. In the past, under the previous government, some case managers and service officers were helping 40 to 50 people under their case management at any one time. We have moved in the right direction to bring that number down, and that will allow them to get them the help they need where and when they need it. I can also tell you one of the true joys about being a minister is working with the public servants who go about doing their business in a quiet fashion and support people with building their lives. I think we should have a big round of applause for those who have served the veterans in this community for a long, long time. Hiring more frontline staff and reopening offices are both direct action items from Budget 2016, where we committed $5.6 billion in financial resources to improve veterans' lives. We are closing a number of current gaps in the system, restoring critical access to services, and improving the long-term financial security and independence of our ill and injured veterans and their families in a fair and equitable way. By making changes to the disability award, the earning loss benefit, and the permanent impairment allowance, we are putting more money in the pockets of veterans. These enhancements will allow them to share in the middle class, which veterans are a large part of, and to have more security and success moving forward. And lastly, but most importantly, I would like to say directly to all CAF members and veterans here in this room that I have lived in peace and security my entire life. We all have, and it's because of men and women like you that go and do whatever our great nation asks you to do, that we have this peace and security. And when you come back, we have an obligation as a government and as a society to ensure we have the help you need to rebuild your lives. I want to thank you all from the bottom of my heart for doing what you do each and every day. It is truly profound. Let's have a round of applause for them too. And I'd also like to thank Kathleen from the Royal Canadian Artillery Museum and Ed from the 26th Field Regiment and 12th Manitoba Dragoons Museum for providing the beautiful artwork and artifacts for your viewing today. It was a great honor for a kid from Calgary to be on the mean streets of Brandon today, to share life, to celebrate us rebuilding veterans' lives and moving more people forward to have success in our country. Thank you so much. Let's have a wonderful day. All the best.